What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. This week's episode is going to be a little bit interesting because with the announcement of Legendary Duelists Season 3, which will be released on June 24th, there's a lot of problems that can go with the set. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of Legendary Duelists Season 3 and what cards could potentially be the promos of the set. Now, obviously, Legendary Duelists Season 3 is going to be probably one of the more hyped sets in the meta because of the fact that it features cards that are from both Immortal Destiny and Magical Hero, and I actually have here on my laptop the full set list of both sets. Now, excuse me. I did talk about all of the new cards that are going to be that were from both sets, and to be honest, I'm not surprised that they would release it during the summer. But to be fair, a lot of these cards were already reprinted. Ooh, excuse me. Ow, heartburn. Were released just 2 months ago in Brothers of Legend, and I apologize if I'm doing this to my eyes. I'm like really tired right now, so I do apologize. But a lot of these cards were already released in Brothers of Legend, such as Evil Hero, Malicious Bane, Adusted Gold. I know that Magician's Souls was released was reprinted in that set as well. So I'm assuming those cards might not get reprinted in Season 3, but we will see what happens. But going in numerical order, I believe both set. I think all the Legendary Duelist sets have only 57 cards, 60 cards in them. So it's a pretty small set. But these are one of the more small. I think Immortal Destiny, or rather, I guess Magical Hero, I think was one of the shortest sets in the entire Legendary Duelist line, because I know that Legendary Duelist 1 I think had like 60 cards. Ancient Millennium had quite a few cards in that set as well. So these are two of the shortest sets in the format. But going in numerical order, we have Dark Magician Girl, which was a fucking common for some dumbass reason. We've got the Dark Magicians, Magician's Soul, Soul Servant, Secrets of Dark Magic, Magician's Combination, Magician of Dark Illusion, Apprentice Illusion Magician, Magician's Rod, Dark Magical Circle, Illusion Magic, Magician Navigation, Elemental Hero Sunrise, Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier, Generation Next Favored Hero, Magistry Alchemist, Wing Kuribo, Neospatian Aqua Dolphin, Elemental Hero Honest Neos, Miracle Fusion, Skyscraper, A Hero Lives, Satellite Warrior, Junk Converter, Satellite Synchron, Synchro Chase, Scrap Iron Signal, Axel Synchron, Cosmic Blazar Dragon, Jet Synchron, Double Warrior, Quick Draw Synchron, Tuning, Ga Magician, Zubaba Bancho, Ga Coat. I know I sound like a little baby doing that, but these are the names of the cards. Dododo Dwarf, Go Glove, Automata Pickup, Future Drive, Future Number 0, Utopic Future, Ga Samurai, Go Giant, Dododo Buster, Automata Para, Halfway to Forever, Performer Pal Celestial Magician, Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon, which was one of the worst cards of the set, actually. Performer Pal Popper Up, Smile Action, Pendulum Dimension, Time Gaze Magician, Performer Pal Pendulum Sorcerer, Chronograph Sorcerer, Harmonizing Magician, Supreme King Zark, and Spiral Flame Strike. That was the full set list for for Magical Hero, but for Immortal Destiny, it was kind of a weird set. It was a weird set. Yes, it did give us Malicious Bane and Adjusted Gold, but a lot of the cards that were from, but a lot of the weird cards were mostly the Earthbound Immortals, and I think, I think it was the Earthbound Immortal support and the Gimmick Puppet support. So we have Earthbound Immortal, Kokapakapoo. That is the actual name. For those who mispronounce it, they pronounce it so weirdly. They pronounce it as Kapakapoo. It's Kokapakapoo. Just so you guys are fully aware, I usually go by the anime name, which is actually Kokapakapoo. That's how it's pronounced, people. So if you guys are subscribed to any of the other Yu-Gi tubers out there, make sure you guys let them know what's up, and be sure to let them know that I sent you. But again, the correct pronunciation is Kokapakapoo. Curse Necrofear, Dark Spirit of Banishment, Dark Spirit of Malice, Dark Spirit's Mastery, Sentence of Doom, Dark Necrofear, Doom Caliber Knight, which is still one of the most broken cards in the game, Diabound Colonel, Dark Sanctuary, Zone of the Spirit, Call of the Earthbound, Evil Hero, Malicious Bane, Adjusted Gold, Sinister Necrom, Supreme King's Castle, Evil Mind, Evil Hero, Malicious Edge, Infernal Gainer, Infernal Prodigy, and Malicious Fiend. Dark Fusion, Dark Calling, Earthbound Greater Linewalker, Ascator Dawnwalker, Supay Duskwalker, Earthbound Geoglyph, Ultimate Earthbound Immortal, Earthbound Immortal Wiracocha Raska, Oracle of the Sun, Fire and Ascator, Supay, Sun Dragon Inti, Moon Dragon Quila, Gimmick Puppet Gigantus Doll, Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby, Gimmick Puppet Bisque Doll, Perform Puppet, Puppet Parade, Gimmick Puppet Dreary Doll, Gimmick Puppet Magnet Doll, Gimmick Puppet Destroy, Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty, number 40, Gimmick Puppet of Strings, Junk Puppet, Predator Plant, Trifioverutum. Yes, I actually was able to pronounce it. Or at least attempted to. Predator Plant, Helium Forinchus. Francus? I literally just butchered that. Who the hell came up with these fucking names? I swear to God. Who the hell came up with these fucking names? Predator Practice, Predator Prime Fusion, Predator Planning, Predator Planet Drosophilum Hydra, Predator Plant, Clamidos Sundew, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, Predator Plant Dragostapelia, Predaponics, Predaplast, Earthbound Immortal Revival, and Roar of the Earthbound Immortal. They ended up they ended up giving those two names an errata, which was kind of stupid. So those are the full set lists for both sets. But I have to admit, Season 3 might not be the best because of the fact that we got cards like Malicious Bane, Adjusted Gold, Magician Souls, and whatnot, and of course Soul Servant released in Brothers of Legend. I'm assuming that we might not see this get reprinted in Season 3 because of that reason. Because that I think they were all secret rare, if I remember. I think they were all secret rare. In Brothers of Legend, if I remember correctly. So it's not likely that it's gonna happen, but even if it does happen, they're most likely gonna be short prints as promos, because if you guys don't know, Souls has a few different effects, and I'll read them off to you guys, just so you guys know. So the effect reads: you can send up to 2 spells or traps from your hand and or field to the grave. Draw that many cards. If this card is in your hand, you can send a level 6 or higher spellcaster from your deck to your grave to activate one of these effects. Special summon this card, or send this card to the grave. Then you can special summon a Dark Magician or a Dark Magician card from your grave. You can only use each effect once per turn. So not only is this a... So with the draw effect, it's basically a -3/+2. So it's basically a 3 for 2. Which, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, having card advantage over your opponent is not too bad, but the problem is that this card needs to be on the field to make that work. But it's just not that good. It's not that good. It's one but if you have the new field spell, Magician's Salvation, and just another back row that you don't want, if you were to send cards like them to the grave, that's one thing. But when you misplay and you send Circle and Eternal Soul to your graveyard and you draw 2, and you don't have those same 2 in your hand, you're pretty much just fucked. That's why when I did my Dark Magician deck profile a while back, I only added 1 Souls and 2 Magic Karibo because of that reason. Because Magic Karibo is basically Magician's Souls, but even better. And truth be told, I'll actually read off the effect. I'm actually going to go on Nexus and actually show you guys how crazy the card is. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Go to deck editor. DM. Here we are. So in my deck profile, I only added 2 Magic Karibo and 1 Magician's Souls, because here's Magic Karibo's effect. So Magic Karibo's effect reads during the main or battle phase, if you took damage by battle or an opponent's card effect this turn as a quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the grave, special summon a Dark Magician or a Dark Magician girl from your deck or graveyard. If a face of spellcaster, monster, or monsters you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can add this card from the grave to the hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. So basically, it's Magician's Souls on steroids, and what that means is that Magic Karibo's effect, its first effect, works during the battle phase, which is just absolutely broken. Magician's Souls has to work during the main phase, which is honestly not ideal, because Magician's Souls can easily be outed by hand traps like Ash Blossom and even also Ghost Bell, or two of the more common cards that can stop Magician's Souls. That's why I only added 1 into the deck. So this card back then when it was released, yeah, you know what, maybe it would have been, extremely broken, but this is a whole nother style of meta that we're dealing with here, guys. Trust me, don't expect Souls to be reprinted in Legendary Duelist Season 3 because of that fact. Because if they do reprint it in this set, two things is going to happen. Number 1, it's going to be short print, and number 2, it's going to be a secret rare. It's going to be a secret rare promo, and odds are, even if you were to buy a whole display box of Legendary Duelist Legendary Duelist Season 3, it's gonna end up it's gonna get to a point where if you do buy the box, you're only gonna, odds are you might get 1 if you're lucky, 2 if you're extremely lucky. you know, but there's no way in hell you'll be able to pull 3. Same thing with cards like Malicious Bane and a Dusted Gold. I'm pretty sure those 2 are also going to be the secret rare promos in each mini box. You know, you're most likely going to get probably one out of one mini box. So if you were to buy a whole display box, which I believe will have eight mini boxes, you could get Magician's Souls, but there might be other mini boxes where you might get a Bane or an Dusted Gold, which again, both cards are which, don't get me wrong, a Dusted Gold, incredible card. It's an incredible card, but there are so many problems to this one card in particular, and I'll read off the effect. You can discard this card, add 1 Dark Fusion or 1 card that specifically lists Dark Fusion in its text from your deck to your hand, except Evil Hero, a Dusted Gold, which is obviously this card. You can only use this effect once per turn. Cannot attack unless you control a fusion. So, I mean, yes, it is spell. Yes, it is Spell and Trap Rhoda, but come on, it's gonna miss time. It's gonna end up. You're gonna end up missing the timing of the activation of the card, so it's not gonna be too great, to say the very least. Then, of course, for Malicious Bane, his effect reads, must be special summoned with Dark Fusion and cannot... Damn these ads. Okay. Must be special summoned with Dark Fusion. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. During your main phase, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls that attack less than or equal to this card. Also this card gains 200 attack for each monster destroyed this way. Also, you cannot declare an attack for the rest of the turn except with hero monsters. You can only use this effect once per turn. How do you bypass the effect of cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects? How do you bypass it? Answer? Skill Drain. Skill Drain and Imperm. That's it. That's it. Skill Drain, Imperm, Effect Veiler. Done. It's basically GG. It's basically GG. I know you guys are probably gonna roast me in the comments, say, oh, this card's good, this card's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting how good it is, how good the card is. I'm just saying that if this card were to be reprinted in Season 3, it's going to end up being a secret rare promo, and it'll be short printed, meaning you might not be able to pull one out of a display box. You might get lucky to pull one out of a case if you were to buy one, if you were to buy a full case of it. But still, I think this set might go down in history as one of the worst sets in the format, just because of the fact that, again, Bane, a Dusted Gold, Magician's Soul, Soul Surfer, they were all reprinted in Brothers of Legend, and they were all like secret rare or higher, which I think they were all secret rare. I think Soul Surfer was in that set, if I'm right on that. But yeah, and Tribute to, and Soul Surfer is really good. It's basically a way to just draw cards. It's essentially like a Pot of Greed or yeah. Basically, it's a Pot of Greed. Not much else to say about that. But all in all, would I recommend this set? Would I recommend Legendary Duelist Season 3? It mainly just depends on what cards are going to be the promos, because I know that we are still missing a few cards from the OCG. We're still missing a few, but I'm assuming that we may end up seeing Magician's Souls, Bane, and a Dusted Gold all as the promos. That's what, 3? You need 5 more. I would say the Dark Magicians as one of the secret rare promos. Liquid Soldier perhaps, and then I would probably say maybe Curse Necrofear, and then perhaps Dark Fusion will probably be one of the cards that might be the secret rare reprint, the secret rare promo, which is a possibility, but only time will tell. But once we have an idea of what will be in the set, because if you guys remember with season 1 and season 2, there were quite a few cards that were missing from all four Legendary Duelist sets that were not even in season 1 and 2, truth be told. So there might be a few cards that they might take out, but only time will tell. I don't really know what the dice is gonna look like. I'm assuming we might get a Dark Magician one, maybe an Earthbound Immortal one. Who knows? But that's still like 4 months away, and it's gonna be interesting to say the very least. But again, I think those might be the secret rare promos, and they may end up. And I think honestly, Souls, the top 3 cards that will probably be short printed are Souls, Bane, and a Dusted Gold. Those are like the 3 top cards that might get short printed. But that brings me to the question of the day: what cards out of all the cards that are in both sets, what cards do you want to see become the secret rare promos, and will they be short printed? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button if you guys are new to the channel. And you guys want to see more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Friday. Don't mind that. That's just my phone. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. All the links will be down in the description below. And if you guys have any family you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.